Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are unraveling a genuinely fascinating modern culinary mystery, how a humble 1960s taco stand transformed into the absolute internet-breaking fast food juggernaut we know today. Think about it. If you've ever found yourself rushing out at 10 p.m. just to grab some novelty item before it disappears forever, well, you've experienced the power of this brand firsthand. So how exactly did Taco Bell become the undisputed king of viral fast food? To really grasp their dominance, you don't have to look any further than the sheer social media frenzy that surrounds the brand right now. I mean, take the recent Pepper Jack Steak Burrito drop, for example. When limited time events like this happen, the internet just buzzes. Feeds are flooded with reviews, and surprisingly long lines start forming at drive-thrus everywhere. Think about the absolute absurdity of waiting an hour in your car for a fast food burrito, yet we eagerly do it. It's a total frenzy, and it's manufactured entirely by design. Okay, let's dive into this. Seriously, why do consumers obsess over food that's only going to be around for a few weeks? How does one single fast food chain consistently dominate the conversation over and over again? To figure out how they capture our attention so effectively today, we kind of have to reverse engineer this success and see where the strategy actually began. Section 1. Origins of an Empire. Let's look at their humble, historical roots. You know, the evolution of the taco definitely isn't just a 20th century story. The whole concept stretches way back to the indigenous peoples of Mexico and ancient Aztec corn tortillas. Over centuries, this evolved into a really vibrant regional Mexican street food culture. And following World War II, that incredible street food influence crossed heavily into Southern California, paving the way for a massive shift in 1962. And that timeline brings us right to 1962 and a guy named Glenn Bell. So after his military service, Bell was operating early businesses in Southern California, and he couldn't help but notice the incredible popularity of local Mexican restaurants. He saw that the booming fast food industry was largely centered around burgers and fries, and he spotted a massive, untapped opportunity. In Downing, California, Bell opened the very first Taco Bell. His genius was taking authentic Mexican street food and adapting it into a highly accessible, simplified fast food model that just perfectly suited the rapidly growing American suburbs. Section 2, Reinventing the Menu. Let's move to and see how this builds into the innovation era. During their huge expansion in the 60s and 70s, they were going toe-to-toe with absolute burger giants like McDonald's and Burger King. What truly set them apart was what we call their innovation era. Their biggest competitive advantage became relentless invention. They didn't just sell tacos anymore. They started creating unique, highly marketable products. We're talking the Crunchwrap Supreme, the chalupa, the gordita, the Mexican pizza. They literally turned the menu itself into a constant source of novelty. And that relentless innovation, that's exactly what drives their modern rank as the undisputed #1 viral fast food brand in the world. By treating food as an event, they pull in explosive sales. Just think about the Doritos Locos Tacos or the Nacho Fries. Those weren't just new menu items, they were massive global events that fundamentally changed how fast food is launched and marketed. Section 3, the psychology of FOMO. It's time to break down their digital strategy. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the actual psychology behind their viral playbook. It's absolutely fascinating. Step 1 is artificial scarcity. By offering items for only a limited time, they completely weaponize FOMO, the fear of missing out. You're not just buying a burrito, right? You're buying it before it's gone forever. Combine that with Step 2, meme marketing, and Step 3, rapid community engagement, and you've got a recipe for instant hype. They manufacture a sense of urgency that we just cannot resist. They absolutely thrive on viral engagement, perfectly utilizing platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and X. They communicate entirely differently from traditional restaurants. Instead of stiff, boring corporate press releases, they use a really distinct, relatable brand personality. They lean into meme food culture, they engage with YouTube food reviewers, and they encourage Instagram food photography. They speak the language of the internet fluently. Section 4, Facing the competition and criticisms. Let's look at the external pressures they navigate. When we look at the broader market landscape, there are two entirely different business models coexisting and fiercely competing right now. On one side, Taco Bell prioritizes novelty, affordability, and incredible speed. On the other side, fast casual competitors like Chipotle or Qdoba, as well as local authentic taquerias, generally focus their market appeal on premium ingredients and traditional authenticity. It's a really fascinating look at two fundamentally different approaches vying for consumer dollars within the exact same food category. And like all major fast food chains, the brand faces some pretty significant external industry pressures. There are ongoing public debates regarding fast food obesity, health and nutrition concerns, and food quality criticisms. In response to these debates, Taco Bell has actively rolled out continuous menu updates, introduced greater ingredient transparency, and offered customized options, like the newer Cantina chicken menu, to adapt to changing consumer expectations. Section 5, Winning the Internet Age: How they operate as a digital juggernaut today. And this brilliantly illustrates their modern ecosystem, proving they aren't just a simple drive-thru anymore. They are executing massive global expansion while completely overhauling the customer experience through digital innovation. From heavily utilized loyalty programs and strategic delivery partnerships to cutting-edge experiments with AI ordering, they are constantly evolving to make sure getting their food is as frictionless as scrolling through their memes online. Which actually brings us right back to the beginning with this quote summarizing founder Glenn Bell's original vision: making Mexican-inspired food fast, affordable, and exciting. It's pretty amazing to think about, but today's complex, meme-driven, digitally optimized strategy perfectly executes this exact same vision from 1962. The methods have totally changed, from neighborhood word of mouth to global TikTok trends, but the core objective remains exactly the same. So the crucial point is this: Taco Bell's mastery of the fast food market is absolutely no accident. It is a masterclass in balancing affordability, relentless novelty, and consumer nostalgia. By turning menu items into fleeting cultural events, they've ensured we always come back for more. What business lessons can other industries learn from this playbook? And as they continue to push the boundaries of food and internet culture, what on earth will they invent next? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and as always, keep questioning the world around you.